All right. So, we just read a little bit from Hate That Cat, right?
We should
And
have finished the book.
what?
We should have finished the
Yeah, I think we could have too.
We probably should have been able to, but
I read the whole thing in a day since I forgot it over spring break. I read it on Monday when I finished it.
I told you, we're almost done with the book anyways. That's all right.
There's 24 pages and then there's Love That Dog, right?
Love That Dog was before Hate That
That's the
Cat.
first one.
I know, but like you can read a few pages of Love That Dog.
Oh yeah, probably.
You can. Like
Oh, in the back of the book.
why did I put so many poems in there? Like by different people?
Why do you think they did that?
Because it's a poem book.
Because it's about a kid learning about poems and how he's writing them. And it's supposed to be his life story.
That makes sense.
And he's writing about his life.
Why does he have to write in poems if he doesn't like writing in poems? Why does he write in poems?
Because his teacher in class he's learning about poems. I think
Why do you think that?
because I think when we were reading, I think it was the first time or this time, the teacher, Jack, the kid, said he was learning about poems in class. At first, he didn't like cats, but then he got
Yeah.
found a cat.
It's not-
He really found a kitten.
No, he got a kitten for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Remember he read the
And he really
poem?
likes it.
He read the poem with the kitten in the little straw basket. And then on Christmas he gets a kitten in a little straw basket.
Wow, man.
Why do you think the author did that? Do you think there's any reason why they...
Like
She made the
all-
story up.
Yeah, but like all of his poems that he writes about, most of them come true. Like, he'll write about
Oh yeah, I found out why they do what's it called?
sign language.
Yeah, sign language because his mom's deaf.
Mm-hmm. So did that make sense to what Althea just said? Did that like support what Althea was just saying? What did she say?
She said that usually the things that he writes about come true.
And I think that it is too. And we talked last time, remember we said something about like, it's kind of like he's keeping a notebook and the teacher writes back to him. We don't really get to see what she writes.
Yeah.
It's only what he wrote.
Because they always skip a day.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of figure out what she's writing by what he writes back.
It's true. What do you think?
Sharon Creech wrote Walking Moons.
Mm-hmm.
That could be one of the points. Like you have to figure out what the teacher wrote. Not really.
I think that you do.
Yeah, because like you said, thanks for writing that to my dad. That
I'm gonna find my sticker.
I've been doing good in class or something.
And thanks for saying I'm a genius. Nobody says that one thing
I
too.
need a napkin. Just I couldn't. I have to go back. Oh, whenever he said, oh, that's not right. What were you gonna say? Something how he spelled it. And then he talks about the fat black cat.
That saves his kid.
It does?
When did that happen?
Oh,
I don't think it does.
You're supposed to read to page 101, guys.
I didn't read that. We're supposed to read 101. Oh yeah, you did read ahead. Remember 116? What? You spoiled it.
Sorry.
Aw, it's okay.
It's alright.
That's
Yeah,
what I
that
said.
fat black cat is really mean.
Yeah.
How do we know
That's
it's
funny.
mean?
Well, I think it just thinks it's better than anybody else. Because remember that one time when the kitten like runs away? And then the fat-
Did you read that too?
I read the 101. Didn't I?
Look in your book, make sure.
You have to read 100.
I read 101 and I never heard. I have no idea what you guys are talking
I think
about.
you read 126.
I read the 106.
Oh, that's thanks.
Well, should we go ahead and read to 106 as it is? What did you read to?
I read to 106.
I think it's like so shit.
Alright, come on, let's go ahead. I'll read it out loud. We might as well, we're already here. Last night my mother signed the word cat. C-A-A-T. C-A-T. And then tapped her heart hard, soft, hard, soft, hard. March 31st. Still no McKitter. We think she got out when the plumber left the door open. I kept thinking, Mr. Christopher Myers, Roman Cat, and the person in the poem story, who says over and over, where's your home? Where'd you go? There's a big emptiness in our house, just like there was when my dog, Sky, died. We looked everywhere. We called Skinner's name. He put out bowls of milk, but the only cat who slurps the milk is that other black cat, that mean fat black cat that scratched me. I saw it creeping away from the milk bowl, licking its chin, lazy, waddling cat, flicking its proud tail. I hate that cat.
I like that cat.
And more bad news. Yesterday I received a postcard from Mr. Walton D. Myers. On it he said that his cat died. He said his cat was old and had lived a good long life, but that he misses his cat. I know what he means. Keep your doors closed so that your cats do not get out. And if you have any old cats, take good care of them. April 2nd. Skitter McKitter. Here is your home. Why did you go? April 11th. So much depends upon a black kitten mewing outside your back door. Yes, Skitter McKitter is back. I heard scratching and then howling, but it didn't sound like the skitter. When I opened the door, there was a fat black cat making a ruckus. And then I heard a softer mewing, kitten mewing, Skitter mewing. That's really pretty. And lying there, she licked it and licked it. And it tastes so good to her. It tastes good to her. It tasted good to her. The kitten, inspired by Mr. Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Wait, I think you skipped a page. Yeah, you skipped a page.
Which one?
Right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Skitter mewing and lying there beside the door was Skitter McKitter, looking thin and bedraggled, with a gash on one ear and a clump of fur missing from her neck. And when I went to reach for Skitter, the fat black cat put a paw out protectively and licked Skitter's ear, and then nudged Skitter up into my hands. And then the fat black cat sat there very still, silent, as I carried Skitter inside. I left the door open in case the fat black cat wanted to come inside too. I left the door open in case the fat black cat wanted to come inside too.
Wait,
Just want to make sure I read that right.
So he likes the fat black cat now?
Apparently. But instead of the fat black cat turned and walked away, whisking its fat black tail. I think the fat black cat found Skitter McKitter and saved her and brought her home. I'm sorry I hated that cat. When I held Skitter in my lap, I petted her. She licked my hand. She licked it and licked it. It tasted so good to her. It tasted good to her. It tasted good to her. All right. The kitten, inspired by Mr. Alfred Lord Tennyson. She pats the package with padded paws and pulls apart the golden gauze with her tiny furry jaws. Like an acrobat she leaps, legs and ribbon in a heap, tangled round and tangled deep. The Inspired by Mr. Edgar Allan Poe. And my new thesaurus. Did I skip another page, man? Page. Hearing the kitten with her purr, humming purr. What a contagious contentment. Her vibrations spur. How she hums, keeping time, in a sort of thrumming rhyme. And to the murmur ablation of the thrums and the hums of her purr. The humming and the thrumming of her purr. May 2nd.
Excuse me, better.
Thank you for showing me all the books of cat poems.
Now he loves cats.
And all the books that tell a story in poems. I never knew a writer could do that. Tell a whole story in poems. I already read one by Mr. Robert Cormier, alive. And next, by my bed, is That Dusk Book by Mrs. Karen Heese. Come on, Rain. That's the author. Come on, Rain.
Wow.
Sorry, I got excited. And underneath that one is the essay
Now I'm wondering
in Amber.
if all of these other writers are actually real.
And if they actually
If
wrote
I've never heard of them, and they've actually wrote these
My
books.
eyes are watering. I'm about to cry. I'm so happy. It's a happy ending. I wish he would have kept the Cat Black Cat.
An essay in Amber, one by Mrs. Vera B. Williams. Alive? And on my bulletin board is a list you gave me of so many poets whose books I can read. And also my bulletin board is the funny picture poem of the cat chair by Mr. Chris Rashka. Alive? And that poem by Mr. Lee Bennett Hopkins. Alive? About growing up to be a writer. I now have a treasure of words in my room. Silent Sounds of Mom, inspired by Mr. Edgar Allan Poe.
Why does he have to write the inspired by?
What do you think?
He writes that every single time.
Because probably
He's
he got
inspired
the
by.
ideas of how they write it from these the people that, like the names that he put. Okay, let me rephrase this. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So, I think that he's just saying that he thinks